We got a full moon shining down on us this weekend. How are you going to handle the energy? Stick around. It's time for the freaking weekend. Welcome, everybody. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV. And when you see that singing bowl in the middle of the screen, you know it's time for what? The freaking weekend. That's right. Hallelujah. The weekend is here. And not only is it a weekend in summertime, not only is it a weekend in July, not only is it a weekend with a full moon energy just shining on us, creating a little tension, but hey, it's a little extra, it's okay. But not only that, it's this dude's birthday, Friday. That's right, Friday, July 31st. I'm going to be 34. I remember saying that a long time ago. But anyway, yes, hello and happy birthday to any Leos that are celebrating this weekend. We on the same page. Put your birth date in the comments. Yeah. So this is the freaking weekend. This is when we get the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and what we have to look forward to, and what is the vibe for this weekend. We're going to do it light. We're going to keep it light. We're going to just do a quick reading for each sign. We're going to pull everybody's sign out of the singing bowl here. So welcome, everybody. I hope you are getting ready for a fantastic weekend. What you got? You got some plans going on, something like that? I hope you do. All right, so we've got this full moon going on, and if you didn't catch that live that I did on Thursday, you can go ahead and check that out now. That's where I break down all the energy for the full moon, what it means for your sign, and also we did a great guided meditation to help us release. And that's what the theme of this weekend is reflecting, letting go, and releasing. Because when we have a full moon, we get a realization on what we need to work on. The areas in our life that get a little sticky, you know what I mean? Let's face it. If we need to release something, that means that it's no longer valid in our present reality. We are always changing as a person. And it's human nature for us to try to keep things the same. And we'll do all kinds of damage control to even hold on to shitty things in our lives that don't matter anymore. You know what I mean? So what I'm telling you for this weekend is take it easy. There's a big energy, and if you didn't check out the Midweek Reset Tarot reading, you're going to want to check that out. But the theme for this weekend is take it easy, enjoy the weather. It's supposed to be decent this weekend, and I hope it is in your area too. But this is a great time to go outside and do some reflecting. You know, go outside, ground. You know how I am about grounding. I'm a big advocate of that, and it works. I'm going to tell you what, guys. I tried to do everything al natural to curb the pain of my back pain that I had last weekend, starting on Sunday. And I tried everything. But the one thing that worked, and it only took maybe 10 minutes, was lying flat on the grass, spread eagle, basically. And just, my back didn't want to connect to the ground at first. It was arched, and I was like, it hurt to kind of put myself flat, completely flat on the ground. And then all of a sudden my body just relaxed after a minute. And boom. And I laid there for a little bit, and I was able to get up instead of, having to grab grass in order to get up. It was that bad. And I sat up. I'm like, wait a minute, And then I was able to stand up. And usually when I stood up during that painful time, it started to seize right away. But that relaxed me more than sitting in the hot tub, doing cold compresses, all of that. Laying on the grass really helped alleviate the tension in my back. So again, get out there and ground. When you live in Western New York like I do, or where we only get a certain window of good weather, and we got to take all we can get. You know what I mean? And I don't want you to try to rush to get everything done this weekend. Take it easy. You know what I mean? Reflect. The sunflowers are blooming. My yard is just exploding with sunflowers and all of that. It's beautiful. I'll post some images and stuff. just waiting for that right golden moment. You know what I mean? But I mean, take it all in. It's great. So this weekend, do some reflecting. You know, what can I do at the peak of this summer? How grateful am I to get to this point? You know, like I'm like in a whirlwind of emotions with this full moon in Aquarius. It's really made me very grateful at times where it's almost overwhelming and tearful. You know what I mean? But it's such a release. To be in a state of gratitude where you get overwhelmed with joy and emotion. Guys, if you're not experiencing that, you got to allow yourself to do that, okay? Even though there's a lot of tension and a lot of things are going on behind the scenes and all of that, guys, you have to remember that you are being supported and guided and you are protected. You have to believe that. So as we go into this weekend of reflecting and celebrating and all of that, the gratitude, let gratitude wash over you. I mean, it's my job as a Leo, and I'm getting choked up now just thinking about it. But these last few days with this full moon coming in, I just had a whirlwind of emotions, a lot of negative thinking, and I catch it and I'm like, what are you doing? You know, normally I would let that negative energy just kind of skate by, let it talk shit and not say anything back to it or create any boundaries. Now, on the other hand, I am, and I'm very grateful for everything. Very grateful for all the birthday wishes that everybody's been sending me and all of that. Thank you so much. 57 years on this beautiful blue planet, and I couldn't be more grateful for you and everybody and what I do and being able to do it. Amidst all the pressures and stuff of the world that I've been through in the last 2 years alone. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching and being here. And thank you for so much love. I do this for you. All right, so without further ado, without me getting sappy and crying for the rest of the fucking freaking weekend, let's get to it. So let's go. Who's our first contestant on the freaking weekend? And it is Scorpio. Scorpio, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for being you. This full moon is happening in your fourth house. So this is all about home and family. Maybe there's some things at home that you need to get done. Maybe you're doing some celebrating at home or something like that. Well, let's see what we got for you, okay? So welcome, Scorpio. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss my lives or anything like that. Is that it? Yes. Okay. Ooh-wee. Yeah, you can, if you put in the work, look at this. This is perfect for you. 7 of Pentacles. If you put in the work and get things done, you know, if you put your time and effort into things that pay off, it will. The Queen of Pentacles is nurturing that, spending a lot of time outside, getting things done around the home, that kind of thing. You could even be traveling with the world here, but also completing cycles. So very good, Scorpio. I know that your ruler is being triggered by this full moon. This full moon, and also, damn, I got the hiccups. What the hell? Talking too much. Your ruler Pluto has been triggered by the full moon opposition because it's opposite. The Sun and the Jupiter conjunction. So, you know, the expansion is kind of coming at a price for you, you know, so I understand that. And you should too. But don't let it waver your security. There's a thing of being on the ground. Like, this is what you need to do this weekend. Lay on the grass. Don't worry about the ticks. They're not going to get you. You know what I mean? But, you know, not in a field of grass. Don't do that. You're asking for it there. But, you know, get outside and ground. Do things outside. This looks very outside-y kind of energy. Is that even a word, outside-y? I just made up my own words. Everybody's doing it these days anyway, so fuck it. All right, what else do we have? Yeah, challenging times. Keeping yourself grounded in a lot of challenging times. And you know, and there's a message also coming through here that the worst is over with. So congratulations. What we need to do is focus on success and growth. August is going to be a big month for you. You know what I mean? So I want you to really start changing the way that you're looking at things. You know what I mean? I don't want you to sit in any kind of drama or anything like that. Just be aware, Scorpio. Reflect on those challenging times. Maybe close the door on some of those challenging times. Let's not cause any drama, especially. Maybe there's some drama going on at home, but you just gotta really double down on, I've got this. When it comes to relationships, all these cards are face down except the Emperor, so this is taking your power back, making moves. Oh yeah, this is good. Another 5 is win or lose. With these challenging times, are you gonna let them get you down, or is this taught you something? You know what I mean? Very good. It's something you've been waiting for, especially with a relationship message coming in. And the 10 of Pentacles, very good energy of, again, there's like this establishment. There's like home. Again, this full moon is allowing you to reflect at home. Maybe that's what's going on here. I really like the energy. This is a very positive read. It's taking precedence instead of letting this energy get to you. Okay? All right. So let's get some oracles. Age issues. You feel too old or young to date, or have issues with your partner's age. Well, get over it. I mean, what else do you say? But get over it. I mean, if I start thinking about age issues, I'm screwed. You know what I mean? And so are you. So age is just a number. Remember that. Gotta keep telling myself that. All right, need rescuing. Oh, hell no. You're waiting for love to save you, but you must stop waiting and start looking. That's the thing right here. You know, you're waiting for something. And when you take action and rescue yourself, well, then everything works out. You know what I'm saying? It's that easy. It's that easy. So a lot of Scorpios seem like they're kind of down on themselves with the age issue thing and all that. Fuck that. Have fun. What are you worried about? People are going to judge you whether you know you have an age differential or not. You know what I mean? Fuck it, Scorpio. Really. Don't worry about it. Shopping to feel something. Emptiness, impulse spending, escapism. Okay, well, let's not escape. Let's get to work on this. One of the big messages for you this weekend is take care of your shit. Take care of your home. Take care of your issues. That's the bottom line. All right, let's get a closing message from the Rebel deck. And it can be a little spicy. Closing message for you this weekend is eat your fucking vegetables. Eat some shit made by Mother Nature. Yeah, get out there. Maybe, you know, if you're going to go shopping, you're doing some retail therapy. What the hell? I got a tendril. I hate that. But anyway, the trouble of having long hair. Oh. But anyway, yeah, eat your fucking vegetables. Maybe there's some shit in your garden you gotta pick. That's right. I forgot to, after I watered the garden today, I forgot to pick all the ripe stuff that's there. Shit. Anyway, I'll do that when I'm done. But anyway, eat your vegetables. Get outside and ground. Release your shit. No one's coming to rescue you, Scorpio. Guess what? You can save you. That's it. And it's so empowering when you do. All right. So that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want the big lowdown on the week, well, you go ahead and watch the Midweek Reset Tarot reading. Again, go ahead and check out the live I did Thursday. Oops. That will really help you this weekend with the full moon energy and how to release and what to release and all of that and how to. All right. So Scorpio, I love you all. Let's go ahead and take you off the board and see who's next. Okay, let's see who's next. And it's Leo. Welcome, Leo. How come I can't ring that bell? What the hell's going on over here? Yay, Leo. Let's put you on the board. Happy birthday to my fellow kings and queens. If you are having a late July, early August birthday, happy birthday. Hope you're celebrating. Be safe this weekend. This full moon is happening in our 7th house of relationships. Oh boy. So, hey, let's open up to it, But it also puts an emphasis on relationships with ourselves too. So, and I've been having a lot of time to go ahead and work on myself and to really, get in tune with myself. I'm mulling over, not mulling over, but I'm going over, I'm processing a lot these days. Let me know if you're doing that too, but it's all for a good reason. Like, even though it kind of seems like, why am I bringing this up? I'm finally releasing it. You know what I mean? So I wonder if you're going through that too. Let me know in the comments, but let's get the vibe for you this weekend. Thank you for being here. And I feel like there's one more in there. Okay. All right. Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. We've got this energy of a couple things to talk about. First of all, there are some things that you need to put to rest. You really got to put in the work to really shut this down, whatever this is. You could literally be putting your time and effort in the things that pay off. Scorpio just got the same thing, and we're fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So you could be, that may be a fixed energy kind of thing. But for this weekend, what this looks like is, don't let your emotions overpower you. Put some of that to rest that wants to be, extra Leo. Okay, so that's pride, that's ego, that's defensiveness. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need to do that. We need to trust our intuition. We need to put in the work to really, get some rest, because the Four of Swords is always getting some rest. But it's also putting some of this old shit to rest, because, the King of Cups keeps his cool in the adversity. You know what I mean? And doesn't let his emotions get to him. The Fool is, don't be foolish. There is some things to put to rest, so put the work into it. And the Ten of Pentacles is feeling safe, secure, just like I was saying at the beginning of the video, is the Ten of Pentacles is very good. Feet on the ground, foundation, a focus on family, feeling good. It's very good, especially for a birthday weekend. Yeah, that's very good energy. So don't be foolish. Put some of these old things to rest, especially triggers. I want to say triggers. Triggers. Maybe your birthday triggers certain things, I don't know. It's something. And I feel ya. I feel ya. Okay? Yeah, look at that. It's time to rebuild with the Tower. The worst is over. Change your focus. Again, putting that shit to rest. The Six of Cups, yeah, so there could be, again, triggered maybe by some emotional stuff from the past, maybe reminiscing, that kind of thing. Love is all around you, Leo. That's another meaning. The Three of Pentacles is reach out. This says reach out. And what this also says is, recognition and reward. Job well done. Give yourself that pat on the back, instead of waiting for somebody to do it for you. Good job, Leo. You know what I'm saying? I think I needed to say that to you. Good job. But change your focus instead of doing things the way you used to. I think that's a big challenge for us with this full moon in Aquarius. Oh my God, look at that. So relationships, it's closing a door on relationships from the past, all the things that happened wrong in relationships that you now hold against love and all of that. I can totally see that. And the Fool, we got all major cards here. The Fool, don't be foolish. The Wheel of Fortune says it's time to open yourself up to a relationship. This could be with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. So there's that going on too. 2 tens. Beautiful. Success, completion, and payoff. So again, Leo, we're opening ourselves up to big payoffs. You just have to be receptive to it. You know what I mean? Don't be foolish. Reach out. Don't be foolish. Don't focus on the past. It's opening up to the future, especially with relationships. This looks really good. You know, it takes a little bit of risk. It's a little scary putting yourself out there, making yourself vulnerable. But I'm telling you, if you change your focus, you'll change your life. Now, let's get some singles and relationship oracles. Lust, not love. Passion isn't the same as lasting love. Don't get sucked in just by good sex. Yeah, I'm a sucker for that. Hey, that's it. I don't know, man. I'm going to read that again. Passion isn't the same as lasting love. Don't get sucked in by just good sex. Yeah. Guilty as charged, okay? Not pleading the fifth on that. Fixing them. You can't fix someone. They have to want to change. Accept them or let them go. Again, let's not put ourselves out there to be that fixer. That's a trauma response. Be aware of that, Leo. You don't need to fix anybody. Fix yourself. Fix the part of you that wants to fix somebody else instead of taking care of your shit. You know what I mean? This weekend, you definitely need to do that. So let's get some more oracles to throw at it and see. Ooh. I shouldn't be laughing at this. I'm fine. Suppression, numbness, and facade. No more with this, okay? That doesn't mean you got to spill the beans. But you got to take care of this energy. You got to let it go instead of mask it. Instead of, you know what I'm saying? Deal with your shit this weekend, Leo, and you will be a happier lion. Okay? Let's get a closing message for you. You know? It's all right. It's all right. Release these emotions. Okay? All right, closing message is for you this weekend. Laugh, Leo. Absolutely. Absolutely. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? Have a good time this weekend. That's all I gotta say. Don't suppress it. Work on your stuff. God, I got the hiccups and everything. Jesus. But work your shit out. You know what I mean? And celebrate. Celebrate you. Like, that's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm celebrating me. Because I'm the only one that can fully do that. You know what I mean? And I'm good with that. All right, let's call it. All right, everybody. Leo, have a great weekend. Happy birthday if you are having a birthday just like moi. It looks good here, but don't be foolish. The relationship thing, I don't know, that seems to be coming to a crescendo here. It's up to you. You know what I mean? Put in the work. Tell the universe exactly what you want, Leo, and you shall get it. You just got to be aligned to it. All right, Leo, I love you all. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for watching, and let's see who is next. Oh, look at that, and it's Aquarius. Welcome, Aquarius, to your freaking weekend. Let's get the vibe ready for you, shall we? Now this full moon, yeah, this is happening in your first house, so surprise! Let's see exactly what is up for this weekend. The moon's gonna be in, we're switching over to Pisces energy on Friday and for most of the weekend. And then it switch overs to Aries on Sunday. So, well, this is big deal energy here. Basically, the weekend for you is have faith. Have faith that what you walk away from this weekend will actually serve you. Again, this is you letting go at the full moon, definitely. And you still have time to do that. We're in this waning gibbous phase, right? We're in a waning gibbous phase, yes. And it's a great time to release and let go. So be aware of that. And follow your inner voice. You may want to take it easy this weekend. You may want to kind of be by yourself, do some things by yourself. That's okay. But have faith that this time apart is actually working out for you, okay? And releasing, working on you. I think that's what you want to do. I want to be able to, for the next week, I want to be able to harness that energy. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, look at that. The faith card is out again. So it's a weekend of faith. Keep the faith. You're refusing to see some things. Trust your inner voice with the Hermit. So again, you're refusing to see things. Maybe that's why it's telling you to have faith. The reason why you feel it's not going to work out, or if letting go is the thing to do, you know what I mean? So you could be confused about holding on to something, giving and receiving. So if you give something, you receive something. So give the universe your bullshit deal that you're in, let it go, and receive something better that you're worthy of. You know what I'm saying? And trust that whatever you let go, something better is going to be put in its place. It always happens. It always happens. So let's get relationships. You know, and I sighed there when I didn't need to sigh. So that's a feeling I'm getting from you guys, is kind of like, I'm tired. You know what I mean? I understand. Seven of Wands is stand your ground and put up your boundaries. That's a big thing in relationships right now. You could get an offer to travel or something of that nature for this weekend. Don't talk yourself out of it. Talk yourself into it. All right. And you are strong enough to get through this little phase that we're going through right now, Aquarius. Again, it's a full moon. It's saying, listen, in order to move forward, you got to release something here, you know? And you could be refusing to follow that advice where it all says, just let it go, have faith. Again, it almost seems like we hold on to something first just because we don't have another option. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of deal I'm getting for you. All right, which do we keep? Keep that one. And this one. All right. First one is not my type. Be open to different types of people because you may be surprised who you find. So again, you're refusing to see that maybe you're being too restrictive, you know? I mean, you have standards, of course, but maybe it's telling you to kind of widen your spectrum, your net, you know what I mean? Staying stuck, that's probably one of the things that keeps you stuck. You keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new. And that's where the reflection and the faith comes in. Try something new because you want to keep it static. You want to keep it fixed. That's why you're a fixed sign, you know? It's hard to change in Aquarius's mind, or any fixed sign, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. Good luck with that, you know, but you can do that. Just put up your boundaries. Crying over situationships. It's complicated. Seen 2 days ago. Emotional investment and rejection. This rejection is actually a divine protection. So be aware of that. You know what I mean? But situationships, that means that either somebody's married, they're committed, and that shit ain't gonna work out. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna work out. Or friends, again, you gotta keep boundaries here. Maybe that's what you do. You let people cross boundaries and there it is. You know what I mean? All right, let's get a closing message for you. Peace. Again, that's sigh. Okay? Closing message for you, Aquarius. That project, that person, that idea is waiting. Okay. Get after that shit. The world has your back. Again, you are safe. You are protected to move forward. Try something different. Have faith that if you divert the path, the one that you've always taken, that always gives you the same shitty results, if you try a different path, you will be rewarded for it this weekend, all right? Okay, Aquarius, that is going to do it for your midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and it's not your midweek reset. It's the freaking weekend. That's your midweek reset. And that's available to you on Wednesdays. Maron. All right, Aquarius, happy full moon. use this to your advantage. Go ahead and check out the video I posted on Thursday, the live I did actually, that we go over this full moon and actually do a guided meditation for your sign. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Let's take you off the board and see who's next. And it's, they're fighting for dominance, and it's Aries. Welcome, Aries, to the freaking weekend. Let's do this. Let's put you on the board, first of all. There we go. And get you all set. Get you set up. Aries, how are you this weekend? Let's see what's going to be happening for you this weekend. Again, not clarifying, just solidifying, okay? Just stating the obvious. What do we have? Okay. There could be some communications coming in that you've been waiting for. A lot's going to be happening. Lots of choices this weekend. Completing shit, getting things done. I like this. I like this. Even if it's spending some time alone. Aries, I think that's what you need, but lots of things, movement. I see movement. Very good. Again, Page of Swords and the Eight of Wands, that's Cupid's arrow. So if we're putting ourselves out there single-wise, you know, I think you may be in for one hell of a ride this weekend. Opening yourself up to a relationship, definitely. The base chakra, feeling safe, feeling secure, feet on the ground. So go outside and ground. You may need that. Go with the flow this weekend. Beautiful with the Wheel of Fortune. Again, a message coming through or being in the right place at the right time, y'all. I'm telling you. And share the love, the Three of Cups, celebrating. That's what you should be doing this full moon, is celebrating. This full moon is actually happening in your 11th house of friends and all of that. So you may be getting an invitation to be around your group, your people, receiving love. Just go with the flow. Let's see. You gotta cut that again. God, this deck is so, look at it, it's so crooked. But it's very hard to shuffle these cards. All right, let's get relationships and love and see what's going on here. Okay, all right. What do we have? Yeesh. Okay, So you're holding back something from the past, some shoulda, woulda, coulda energy. That's what's probably got you shaken. Again, go with the flow. Two of Pentacles is kind of, I don't know what to do. I don't know, you're being wishy-washy, and the universe doesn't respond to wishy-washy energy. Knight of Swords is taking action. Again, communication, very important here. Invitation. I sense an invitation, especially when it comes to relationships. We should be in a go-with-the-flow celebratory energy instead of, I don't know. You know what I mean? Okay. Being cold. You seem unapproachable because you're aloof. Try being more friendly. Again, so communication is important. How you come across to other people. Are you open to receive the love or the energy they give you, or do you just shut down? You know what I mean? Good situation there. That could be an issue for a lot of you. So be aware of that. All right. Let's get another message. What do we got? Damn. What else do we have for Aries for this weekend? Do I keep any of these? That one right there. Okay. Doom scrolling at 3 a.m., insomnia, internet spiral, anxiety loop. This is another thing that could be messing you up. Stay off of that blue screen. You know what I mean? Stop getting involved in that drama. Really. Okay. Again, get some sleep this weekend. I know there's a lot going on. And I coughed. So that means you may have, something to say to somebody. Closing message is, focus. You are giving your power away. You're a badass. Act like it. Absolutely, Aries. Absolutely. Don't give your power away. Don't shut down. Be open. Be ready to receive. Absolutely. That is perfect for this weekend. Again, get the right amount of sleep. Don't worry about things. Don't hold back. If you got something to say it. It's a perfect time to do it. Mercury's no longer retrograde, and you can feel a hell of a lot better. Okay? All right, Aries. That is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you want the big deal. Go on and check out the Midweek Reset Tarot reading. That's where we go in depth, okay? So, Aries, let's take you off the board and see who is next. Have a great weekend, and it's Gemini. Gemini, welcome. Boom. To your freaking weekend. Let's see what the cards got for you, Gemini. Yeah, see? Let's see. What do we got? Is that it? Do I keep these? No. Oh, okay. Yeah, they want me to cut these again. I mean, what the hell is going on here? Now, all of a sudden, the energy's kind of shifted to a little antsy, to a little, what's going on with you? Man, do I really pick up Gemini energy? I even do it at the center, too. And when people come in for readings, I'm like, what's your sign? Because I'm feeling jittery. I feel that zzz. That's the best way I can describe Gemini energy, is sizzling wires. There's an exposed wire and water's hitting it. It's not good. All right, all these cards are face down except for this one, the Ace of Swords. So again, let's open up to a new beginning here. Definitely. Oh my God. Yeah, and it tells exactly why. Okay. First of all, Four of Cups, you're not even open to receive this new beginning. So get your head out of your ass. Judgment is release your judgment of yourself and others for the Lord of God Almighty. Please do that. Temperance, everything in due time. Okay? That's probably your antsiness that I'm feeling, is that you want it now. And you can have it now. When you open up to it, you're not receptive to this energy. So this weekend, you could be very meh, you know what I mean? But there's an opportunity here. So get over your shit. That's basically what your guides are saying. Get over your shit. And there's a fine balance between everything. So stop judging it, Feel like, yeah, that's what I gotta say. Yeah, darkest fears, anxiety. There it is, Nine of Swords. We don't want that. You got to have faith. There's a lesson to be learned here. Giving and receiving. See, again, I mean, look, you're being handed things and you're like, nah, not good. Six of Pentacles is reciprocating energy. So you get what you give. You know what I mean? And what are you giving? If you're giving Gazzaroli, then expect Gazzaroli. Don't be pissed off because of it. You know what I mean? But your energy needs to be grounded, I believe. Queen of Cups in relationships, that's, work on that sensitivity, on your emotions, get those right. Don't let ego or, that Leo energy is very amplified right now. Yeah, look at that. Nine of Swords, anxiety. If you're having trouble sleeping, try a different technique or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, what are you freaking out about? Trust your intuition. That's the best thing you can do. And really release your burdens from the week, from the month, whatever the fuck it is for Gemini. You definitely got to really let this go. It's starting to fry your circuits. You know what I mean? So, Two of Cups. Things come together when you open up to it. You know what I mean? There's an opportunity for that, but you are just like, fuck this. I think we talked about this kind of thing during your midweek reset, so you might want to check that out. I'm almost positive we were talking about that. Criticizing. Criticizing your partner is driving them away. Focus on their good qualities. Yeah, and that's the Judgment card right there. And that's, you know, you're not seeing an opportunity here. You know, you go through these growing pains in relationships. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? Again, the message is get over it. I'm not telling you what to do. Your energy is. You know what I mean? Tears, what tears? Denial, emotional leak, and pretense. Okay, so again, we're denying ourselves the opportunity to let shit go. And this is a perfect time to do it. Why? Because toxic equals familiar. These are patterns and attachments and your comfort in your pain. And then you get pissed off. There's an opportunity to balance that out this weekend. All right, so let's go ahead and get a closing message for you. Let's see what we got. Oh. Closing message for you, Gemini, is what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. Okay. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. Okay. There it is. And the message has been very clear for you this weekend. All right. So, Gemini, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, relax. Stop criticizing. Stop being so goddamn judgy. You know, no one likes that. Okay. It stops all the offers coming in that really want to come in. They really want to come in. But if they're not, and you're getting frustrated about it, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So be aware of that. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and get these cards cleared up and see who is next. And it's Cancer. Welcome, Cancer, to your freaking weekend. Let's get those all squared away and put you on the board. Boing. All right. Cancer, let's give these one more shuffle. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And let's get the vibe for you this weekend. Seems a little bit of a mess. A little scattered energy I'm feeling. Do I keep these? No. Anything else? Yes. Okay. What? There it is. Okay. Interesting message. Four of Swords, the Hierophant, the Seven of Wands, and the Justice card. Okay, so what we got going on here is that, number one, Cancer, you may need some rest or need to put some things to rest, and you need to be you need to have faith that you're doing the right thing. Seven of Wands is standing your ground and creating boundaries. That brings balance into your life. As soon as we let things go, we breathe a sigh of relief. It was that easy. But what you're learning this time around, the Seven of Wands is really sticking out to me. And usually if a card is just kind of pulsating at me in my vision, it's like boundaries, 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 boundaries. So have faith, put up boundaries. If people don't like the fucking boundaries, that means that they love crossing them. You know what I mean? And you deserve equal and balanced energy, not just somebody that's going to rob you of your joy and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So again, putting some things to rest. I see a lot going on near water. Maybe you getting baptized this weekend, you know? I don't know. Oh, look at that. The balance card is out big time. You can achieve balance when you got feet on the ground. This is a big message here of going within and grounding and kind of mastering that energy and opening up your heart. Again, this energy kind of feels like you've pulled away. Now you don't know what to fucking do with it. You know what I mean? But the green here is heart issues, so emotional, the water, emotional, you're very emotional. You know, this full moon is happening in your 8th house of healing, so it's a great time for that too. Let's look at relationships and love. Let's see what's going on there. Maybe it's just getting a good balance and being patient with your process this weekend. Sunday is going to be kind of like a real lazy day, so, you know, enjoy that. Enjoy the the feeling of that. The Queen of Swords speaks her truth, cuts all cords. So there may be some things we need to discuss in a relationship. Although this looks really good. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, god damn. And the Hermit here, and the World card. Could be a focus on Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, any of the fixed signs, or you could be feeling that fixed energy. But let's put 999 on the board. What's it tell us, Jeff? What's it tell us? Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. 999 is don't give up, release, and let go. Perfect for this full moon. So again, if anything, it's you just getting your balance right. Staying grounded, being patient, closing doors on things, doing the work. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Can't make this shit up. Boundaries. You need to hold good boundaries so you don't feel violated. All right, let's get some more. If we get another boundary card, I'm going to cut off my Shogun ponytail. Shogun. Okay, what's this? Never got this card before. Open third eye, saw email, digital interference, and inner conflict. So what the hell's going on here? Again, the inner conflict, there's definitely something going on there. So you open your eye to see, and holy shit, you see it for what it is. And it could be boundary issues, you know, or giving too much and not receiving. Because if anybody told you, well, you should give, and if they don't give back, that's okay. It's not okay. It's not, especially when it comes to relationships. You got a feeling you just can't shake. Okay, all right. What's that inner conflict? That little voice inside you, listen to that shit. That's key this weekend, Cancer. And release the noise that stops you from following that inner guidance, okay? Get right with yourself. Ground. All right, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, check out the midweek reset. That's where we go deep. We dive deep. And here we just try to have some fun. You know what I mean? But pay attention to 999. Don't give up. Release, boundaries, all of that. So much to unpack for this reading. All right, Cancer, I love you all. Let's take you off the board and see who's next. And it's Pisces, water signs, coming in hot. Pisces, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get a vibe for you. Let's see, what do we have going on for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? Oh, that one rang that bell. Oh boy. Okay. I like this. This is taking action. This is letting some shit go. For real. 5 of Swords, win or lose. It's your choice this weekend. 10 of Wands, best thing to do is release your burdens. You know, Knight of Wands is taking action on whatever new move you're planning on making. 3 of Pentacles is being recognized for that. You know, recognition and reward. Very good. That's the modus operandi we should be moving into instead of this victim mentality. And the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So anything you put your focus on this weekend definitely pays off. But it's not the same old humdrum kind of energy. It doesn't feel like that at all. I like the 10 of Wands. You're releasing with this full moon. Perfect. Okay. Let's see, what do we have? Wow, everyone's getting the Faith card. There's something you need to learn here. What's it teaching you? 7 of, well, it's the Chariot. That's moving towards success. 6 of Pentacles is giving and receiving, so lots of shit coming in your way, Pisces. Lots coming in. Opening, you know, I think this weekend, you're releasing anything that holds back from these things that you want to come in. you know, and the energy comes in. Ooh-wee. All right, so don't be confused about what you want this weekend. Choose the highest and the best for yourself. Don't get confused, another 7, and open up to it. The Fool here is don't be foolish, especially when it comes to relationships. Ace of Wands is a new beginning here. I'm telling you, things are shifting, Pisces, and you got to believe that. You got to hold the faith, you know. We got 5s, we got 7s. 5s are halfway points, 7s are a spiritual lesson, a kind of divine guidance stepping in. So be aware of that. Come on. These cards have been all over the place for this reading. And I'm not just saying this deck, they've all been like that. Okay. Aha. This was one of the first cards we talked about, being a victim. You feel helpless to change your love life, but you can change whenever you want. And that's the whole thing. And it's just not about your love life. It's being a victim. That's what confuses you. That's what stops everything from coming in. Too much work. You tell yourself it's too much work, but it's really an excuse not to get involved. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Okay, let's get some more. And another thing, giving and receiving, there's lots of help there too. So don't get overwhelmed. Again, that puts you in a victim mentality. Why does this always happen to me? And overstimulated in public, noise, panic, sensory bombardment. All right, so get away from the noise. You know what I mean? Get away from the noise this weekend. Get in some peace and quiet. Manifest that shit, you know? Instead of being, oh, you know. All right, Pisces, closing message for you is you need a good fucking cry. Maybe that's all it needs, Pisces. You're very weepy, we know that. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. So a lot of Pisces, in order to release this victim mentality, we just release it. What happened as a child that put us into this? That we're less than. You know what I'm saying? All right, Pisces, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that full moon, you know, we went over that on Thursdays. If you didn't check that out, check that out. But it's releasing that victim mentality. It's releasing that helpless mentality. I think that's a big thing for you this time around this full moon. And that gives you, you know, instead of being overwhelmed, you tackle it head on instead of waiting for somebody else to pick it up. I think, you know what I mean? Or just kind of not paying attention to it. All right, Pisces, that's going to do it for this weekend. Have a great one. Let's see who's next, and it's Taurus. Welcome, Taurus. Let's put you on the board. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get the vibe for you. Let's see. What do we have, Taurus? What do we have? Is that it? Yes. All right, so be patient. 10 of Wands is releasing your burdens, letting things go, moving on, and it definitely pays off this weekend. And you're strong enough to do it. Beautiful energy. This is a big deal. So get that balance this weekend. You know, maybe a little alone time, maybe a little social time. That full moon is happening in your 10th house, so this could be like releasing the burdens of the work week, you know, finding that balance between work and home, opening yourself up to new opportunities. Maybe you walked out of your job this weekend. I hope you had a plan B. All right, so wow. Yeah, rebuild. Maybe you had a tower moment. Change your focus. Release what's stopping it. Let it come in. It's teaching you faith. So be patient, be faithful. Know that the universe has your back always in giving and receiving. So again, we let something go, something else comes in for us. That is beautiful energy. So let's get relationships. We got some 5s here. Wow. Big, 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 big change. We're going to put 5s on the board. We got another 5. Change, transformation, halfway point. There it is. Wow. You got something to say to somebody. I think you're fearing to say whatever it is to somebody. Don't. Change your focus. Release it. Let it go. Temperance, big time. Everything in its time. Don't rush anything. The King of Cups keeps himself stable and not letting himself get emotionally involved, okay? Taking the emotions out of it. Releasing anything that's kind of overflowing. You know what I'm saying? Wow, especially when it comes to relationships. Be patient. Be patient. Maybe nurturing your feelings, getting a handle on it, not wasting your time on emotions, all right? Maybe that's all it takes. All right, we've got giving too much. You are depleted because you give too much. You need a balance of give and take. That's what this is all about with these 2 temperance cards. Is a balance of give and take. A balance of give and take. And Taurus, I think you've just been given too much. Okay? And then you get pissed off because, it's like, wow, maybe you're realizing that we don't need to give. Okay, I simply won't. You know what I mean? Okay. This message is crying in the shower. Isolation, breakdown, and vulnerability. All right, so again, release what is making you do this. We don't need to have the breakdown. We need to release the energy that's making us do that. You know what I'm saying? Or we're allowing it to. Let's get a closing message for you. Wow. Pretty intense. That's full moon shit. That's full moon shit. And because the sun and Jupiter are involved, it's making it extra. Closing message is they broke your heart. Fuck them. Absolutely. There's your therapy. Let it go. You know what I mean? Goddamn Taurus. All right, that's going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, watch your midweek reset tarot reading. Available to you now. And if you want to help, if you need some help releasing, go ahead and check out that live I did. It is ready for you to watch. We do a guided meditation as well. So be patient this weekend. You're going through a change. I'm going through changes. Maybe that's what you're singing when you're crying in the shower. I'm going through changes. Oh my God. I'll never forget back in the day. We used to live in a duplex that's like 2 houses on the side of, in one house split. And my brother-in-law, my future brother-in-law, he was young. He was about like 17, 18, had an apartment next to us. And he broke up with his girlfriend and he kept playing that Black Sabbath song, Changes, over and over and over and over again. That piano, dun, da, 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 dun, da, dun. Oh my God. And I was just like, oh no, here we go again. It was like 3 days of that song playing. You can hear him sobbing. It was kind of sad, but it was also really sad. All right, Taurus, you're going through changes. Release some bullshit, all right? I love you all. Let's see who is next. And it's Capricorn. Welcome, Capricorn, to your freaking weekend. Let's get it on. Maybe that's what you're doing this weekend. Getting it on. This full moon is happening in your second house. So this is all about value, money, situations like that. So let's see. Wow, this is a big deal too. We ain't fucking around, that's for sure. We got the 8 of Cups, the Emperor, the 7 of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles. I like this. And we have the Fool too. Don't forget the Fool. So let's take some action and let some things go. Put in the work and it pays off. Don't be foolish. You got to do it this weekend. You've been fucking dicking around. It's time to get it done. And man, does it pay off. Okay? So open yourself up to a new beginning. Put in the work to change things instead of, be the change instead of waiting for change. This is pretty empowering. But you got to take the steps. You got to take the actions. Maybe a little uncomfortable, but you've handled worse. Moving on. Absolutely. Definitely moving on. And just breathe. It may be difficult. Just breathe during all of this, okay? It's very important that you do. So make sure that you do that. And, put in the work. Don't be foolish. This is a time to open up to some different things here. Please do. Please do, okay? Let's get some relationship stuff. Yeah, maybe we're moving on from a relationship. Setting yourself free, judgment, yeah, absolutely. Putting up boundaries now in relationships, now more than ever. That's what we need. That's what you need, absolutely. And the King of Wands is doing something different. So again, change the way that you handle relationships and all of that. And, stand your ground. There's a cautionary tale about not being foolish here. So be aware of that, okay? All right, let's get a message for you. Why are all these cards flopping out? There it is, right there. Boom. Not being you. Interesting. You are trying to project a perfect image, but it's not really you. Be yourself. Yeah. Big imposter syndrome kind of thing. I don't know. Again, it's time to take care of it more than ever, Capricorn. It's the weekend to do it. It's a good time to release. Allow yourself the grace of that, please. Okay? Let's get some more. No thoughts, just vibes. Disassociation, emptiness, and floating. Yeah, come back down to earth. Ground yourself. You know what I mean? You're handling it very weird. You have to deal with it. Like a grown-up. You got to do it. You can't avoid this. Okay. Yeah, this one wanted to come out more than anything. So for this weekend, this message is stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up. You're missing some cool shit. Again, stop avoiding it. Stop sleeping. Unless you need the rest. But this is you taking action. You really need to take action. You need to move on. You need reciprocating energy, and you deserve it more than anybody. All right, Capricorn, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out the midweek reset. That's when we get down and we go deep. All right, Capricorn, have a great weekend. Let's go ahead and see who's next. All right, and it's Sagittarius. Welcome, Sag, to your freaking weekend. Let's put you on the board. There we go. There we go. There we go. And welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This full moon that's happening, make sure you check out the live I did on Thursday. This full moon is happening in your third house. So it's all about communications. Could be going on some short trips, some journeys, real feel-good energy. I mean, your ruler is sitting with the sun just beautifully. Yeah, look at that. Four of Pentacles, though, is... All right, so we got 2 4s and a 3. So pay attention to the 4s. We're already there, okay? 4 of Pentacles is holding back. Let's not hold back. The 3 of Wands is kind of release yourself. Open up to what's available to you now, okay? And the 4 of Wands is celebration, harmony, doing some things at home. So don't hold back. Get some shit done. You know what I mean? That's the big thing. Get some shit done, especially... maybe exciting projects that you wanted to do. You know what I mean? Maybe it's as simple as, and they want me to pay attention to this. Maybe you're putting some lights up in your yard or something like that, or that's what you want to do. It's something you've been waiting for. Don't hold back. Do it. Now's the perfect time to do it. So maybe it's just projects around your yard that you're doing. I see that happening. Okay. We got some 2s here. Damn, this is excellent. Listen to your intuition. Listen to the messages that are being told to you. Don't hold back. Spread your wings. Yeah, this is definite go energy. And Magician, well, create the weekend you want, basically. Your vibe creates it. And there's a strong message of not holding back, okay? Because that keeps you out of harmony. So let's continue this with relationships. Well, we've got the 6 cups, so it could be something from the past. Maybe that's what you're holding on to. Yeah, it makes you wishy-washy. Maybe money's an issue this weekend. Don't pay attention to that. Let's pay attention to 222. That's on the board. Where we got 222. I wonder if you are seeing those numbers this weekend, but it's all about balance and harmony. Again, getting things back into balance. And the Knight of Cups brings in an opportunity for that. Be open to it, though, because you ain't seeing shit if you're not open to it, you know? Again, some short trips, maybe an offer to go somewhere, and you're like, well, I don't know if I got the money for it. You don't need money. Where you're going right here, it doesn't need money. And you probably have it. You're just being kind of miserly. Okay. Vulnerable. Love that, though. Do that this weekend. Get out in the sunshine. You cannot experience true intimacy unless you open your heart and be yourself. A to the men. All right. Oh, yeah, check out your midweek reset. I hit the wrong button. So let's get another oracle or two. And there's 2. Okay, very interesting. Made the list, ignored the list. Guilt, avoidance, and shutdown. No, get to it. Get to it, Sag. You got the energy and the chutzpah to do it. Do it. And calling it a phase. Minimization, escape, and self-deception. Yeah, we're not going down that road. If it's a dumpster fire, it's a dumpster fire. That's that. Okay? All right, let's get a closing message. Whoa. Almost slid off the chair. Let's get a closing message for you. Again, lots of opportunities here. What are you not paying attention to? Okay? So for this weekend, for this weekend, closing message is focus, detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. Again, get some work done, Sag. That's the weekend. That's the weekend right there. All right. Thank you so much for watching. That is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, check out the midweek reset. That's where we dive deep into the astrology and tarot. And again, get some shit done. It'll bring some balance and harmony back into your life. Don't you need it? Yes, you're all shaking your heads like, yes, please, Jesus, yes. Then allow that for yourself. Jesus got nothing to do with it. He's got your back, okay? All right, let's see who's next. Libra. Ring that fucking bell, boy. Libra, welcome. Boom. To your freaking weekend. Let's get it. What do we have for Libra's vibe this weekend? Thank you so much for being here, Libra. The cards are ready. Let's go. We got the Empress, so that's nurturing energy, taking care of yourself. We got the Emperor. Whoa. All right, so we got the Empress and the Emperor and the 8 of Cups. Let's let go of things that have taken our power away and make this a weekend of taking our fucking power back. Absolutely. The Empress and the Emperor also show to nurturing strong energies coming together and releasing any insecurities. I'm getting that also. Wow. So let's get some oracles and see what they got to say. Yeah, look at that. We got the 3 of Wands with taking the lead. We have the Emperor again with lead and success and growth. So all you are required to do is take actions to focus on success and growth. That is it. That's it. That's it. And release anything that keeps you from doing that. There it is. Wow. Let's look at relationships. Yeah, releasing judgment. That's probably one of the things right there. Setting yourself free from that, taking the lead. You have to do it. The King of Cups is also taking the lead energy, especially when it comes to emotions. The Magician is taking the lead. It's creating the life and relationships you want. And it's the Nine of Cups to the world fulfillment. So you could be traveling. This could also be taking action, and it pays off. There are big payoffs here. Big payoffs here. Wow. Very empowering reading, Libra. Very empowering reading. And leading. I said leading. Which ones do I keep? This one. Okay. Too risky. You feel like it's not worth the risk, but opening your heart is a risk worth taking. All right, very important. Take the lead, singles and couples, because you can really put that energy to use there. That's beautiful. All right. Let's get... whoa. Let's get another message for you. My nose almost hit the stop recording button. All right, switch the camera, Jeff. Open third eye, saw email. Wow, digital interference and inner conflict. We got to release that. You know what I mean? Stop letting technology get in the way, okay? And then you kind of back out. All right, let's get a closing message for you, Libra. And see, wow, this one really wants to come out. And the message for you this weekend is eat your fucking vegetables. Eat a little bit more healthier, okay? Eat some shit made by Mother Nature. Yes, one ingredient listings. Zucchini. Chicken. You know, stuff like that. Instead of, well, I want some rolls with that. And then the ingredient list is like a paragraph that big that you don't need. So eat some stuff out of your garden. Eat light this weekend. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what you're doing, is empowering yourself to kind of get into this health regimen. Remember, the fifth house is all about having fun, and it's getting rid of anything that doesn't bring fun. I know eating vegetables isn't fun, but when you realize that it comes from the earth and it's not being processed and all of that, it can really empower you, Libra. Okay, but you could be turning a page with a powerful relationship here. So it can be very, very good, but it's up to you. And that's the message. It's up to you. All right, Libra, thank you so much for watching. Let's get the last but not least. I think that's, one more, right? Yep. And it's Virgo, last but not least. Welcome, Virgo. Let's get you started. Thank God for those timestamps. Let's get the vibe for you. This full moon is happening in your sixth house, so this is about getting some shit done. Decluttering your life, inner, outer, you name it. And it feels so good when you do, when you take charge of your life instead of letting it pass you by. You know what I mean? All right, wow. Page of Cups brings an opportunity to have some fun here, especially fulfillment with the heart. This is a big deal for you. Patience, everything in divine timing, and the Magician. So create the weekend you want. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I mean? Very good. Remember, you control the focus of it. What are you going to be focusing on here? All right? Let's get some oracles. Oracles. Let's get some oracles. All right. Okay. So get inspired this weekend. Let the universe guide you to where you need to go. There's an opportunity here. Right. Spread your wings with the Two of Wands. Make some plans. You could be going somewhere. Nine of Cups, dreams come true. Again, believe that you can have it, and you will. Couldn't have said it any better myself, and get rid of the things that talk you out of it or make you feel less than. Again, get some shit done. you know? Have the universe guide you. What do I need to focus on here, universe, you know? Maybe you got a lot of things on your list and you don't know what to tackle first. Go for the most glaring thing you need to take care of. I think that's the big thing. Yeah, this is a big deal when it especially comes to relationships. Things will balance out. Things will, honest to God, look at this. This is incredible. The Fool, don't be foolish. Open up, create the relationship you want. The universe kind of wants you to surrender this weekend. Absolutely. And the Ace of Wands to the Wheel of Fortune. It's time, new beginning for you in love and relationships, all of that. Wow. And I love the Wheel of Fortune. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, one of the fixed signs. But that's beautiful energy here for a relationship if you're single. And it's also really enjoying people. You know what I mean? Walking away. You leave too quickly when things get challenging. Stay and try to work it out. Now listen to me. If it's broke, don't try to fix it. You know what I mean? But that could be a thing. You could run away instead of letting the challenge bring something out into your existence. You know what I'm saying? Soulmate only. What the hell is that? You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. All right. Okay. So maybe you thought, well, I can't open up to a relationship here because, that was my soulmate. You've got more than one. And maybe you need to walk away from that idea so you can open up to something beautiful here. I mean, it's time. It's time, Virgo. All right. And I've been saying that for a long time about a relationship coming your way. It can happen. It ain't over till it's over. Okay? All right. What message do I give for Virgo here? What the hell? This is probably one of the best readings of the weekend because there's so much potential here. You know what I mean? What are you going to do with it? Okay. Over-explaining everything. Anxiety, insecurity, and rambling. Make it simple. Keep it simple. The KISS method. Keep it simple. Silly. Don't over-explain it. Just get to it. All right, let's get a closing message for you, Virgo. What do we have to close this up? Because this looks like, all right, I'm getting rid of the beliefs and cleaning up my life to allow more or better energy in. It's time. That's what I keep hearing. It's time. Maybe this weekend, you just need to get some fucking sleep. You're being an ass because you're fucking tired. Face to pillow now. So again, it could be the time to do that. Again, everything in its due time. You're going to have time to do a lot this weekend. But maybe simply rest. Maybe that's what you can do Sunday, is make it a point to just do nothing. Can you do nothing and enjoy it? Because if you can't, you've got problems. That means you're keeping yourself preoccupied. You know what I'm saying, Virgo? So let's take you off the board. You have a great weekend. And that is going to conclude this weekend's freaking weekend tarot reading. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I love you all. Check out my link tree for all of the things that I offer. If you would like a personal reading with me, go ahead and book yours in person or online. I'm galactic, so anywhere in the galaxy, I can do it through Zoom. All right? Everybody have a great and blessed weekend. I love you all, and I will see you soon.